Shalom, shalom. This Yair from GMS Savannah. Come with another lesson. But first and foremost, I want to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, which rule well and teach well, and to the alchemists as well as the affiliate, teaching this 100% truth and sincerity by risking their life and freedom to do so. And salutations, love and salutations, peace and love and salutation to the hopeful elect of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as well as you speckled birds scattered amongst the heathens. They have the appearance of the heathens, but your father's seed line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And also referred to the Israelite foreigners that are in true pushing the true names of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And this lesson that I'm going into is this NBA player. He's got a very grim prognosis from the doctor. And so we're gonna get in this article. Then we're gonna hit some scriptures on it. It's right here. NBA first openly gay player says he has 1 year to live. Jason Collins. Which a lot of, guys that watch NBA know Jason Collins. He had a twin brother. And I think they came out of Stanford University. But Jason Collins, first active NBA player to come out as gay. He has terminal cancer. The athlete who played for 7 NBA teams from 2001 to 2014 revealed Thursday that he has stage 4 glioblastoma, a cancerous brain tumor. Collins, 47, told ESPN Ramona Selburn that his tumor cannot be treated with chemotherapy or safely removed with surgery, leaving his prognosis at just 11 to 14 months. And glioblastoma is one of the deadliest forms of cancer, with the standard prognosis of 12 to 18 months and a 5-year survival rate of just 5%. The NBA first announced that Collins was receiving treatment for a brain tumor in September. The athlete said Thursday that he has been experiencing symptoms including severe brain fog since August. Collins came out as a gay in 2013 and one year before retiring from the NBA, becoming the first player to come out while still active. He married film producer Bronson Green, his partner of 11 years, in May. In his ESPN essay, Collins said he is pursuing a new course of treatment in Singapore. If what I'm doing doesn't save me, I feel good thinking that it might help someone else who gets a diagnosis like this one that he said. And yeah, man, that's something else, man, what he going through. But like I say, we see articles like this and we just filter, these articles through the scriptures. The living waters, man. The living waters, man. You filter everything through the Bible, through all these stuff that we go through, man. And it just give you, a complete light of things which are going on. And first of all, 1 John 3 and 4, I'm going to start with this first. We always say, sin caused everything, in which it does. And right here, 1 John 3 and 4 say, whomsoever committed sin transgressed also the law, for sin is a transgression of the law. And that is a sin that he has been doing, and we back that up with Leviticus 18 and 22. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with mankind, with womankind, it is abomination. You know? And like I say, when you man on man, that's abomination. Woman on woman, that's abomination. So you just only lining yourself up for a judgment. And it says right here, we're going to go right here to 2 Chronicles 15 and 13, that whomsoever will not seek the Lord and the Lord Yahweh, the power of Israel, shall be put to death, whether small or great, whether a man or woman. So, you know, if you don't have that covering of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, you know, you still in sin. And you won't be covered. So, you know, judgment is coming sooner or later. You know, you got to have that hedge of protection of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, which means that's you repent, you know, for your wrongful doings, you know. And this is why it's so important right here. You know, Amos 3 and 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all of your iniquities. And see, you know, him being an Israelite, you know, this is what it's talking about. You know, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You know, this is for you. And, you know, when you transgress the law, you're going to get a very, you know, swift, harsh judgment. And that's what's happened to this Collins guy, man. He's getting a judgment because he wouldn't repent, and you know what he's doing was abomination to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And like I say, Hebrews 10 and 31, it's a fearful thing to fall in the hands of the living God, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You know, and so like I say, he's only getting a judgment for the things that he's done. You know, and see, he's still at the end. Well, you know, regardless of what the doctors say, repent. Come up out of that abomination, you know. Because only the Israelites can repent. And, you know, like I say, he got nothing to lose. All he can do is just say, hey, I repent for all my wrongdoings. And call on that name, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. That's his strong tower. But we know he's a 2/3, and he's gonna, you know, he's gonna perish on this side, but he'll be back in the kingdom, you know, from the hopeful elect, you know, loins in the kingdom. And so, you know, hey, he's getting a judgment, but what he's doing is abomination, you know, and he with a sleazy E on top of that. You know, but regardless, he's in sin. A man is not supposed to lie with mankind. It's abomination to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. But, you know, hey, it's just plain and simple, man. Just a few scriptures to go with it, and there's plenty more. But these are the ones I picked that, you know, Jake got to understand, you know. It's a fearful thing to fall in the hands of the living power, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You know, because that you know, that act that you're doing, you got to come up out of that, Jake. You know, that's abomination in the eyes of the Lord. You know, but I hope this is edifying to the hopeful sheep and lamb. Kwam Yashawala, Kala Allah Yah Bashem Yahweh Shai, and on to the next lesson. Shalom.